Meghan Markle appears to attract trouble even when she's not even on the screen. But what is the bigger problem now for the former royal? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of a very dark, blustery, wet London. It's probably how everyone actually imagines London to be. You know, like those old B movies where it's all grey, people in black and white. Looks very black and white today, doesn't it? That's Parliament behind me, currently shrouded, of course, in a dark cloud, permanently, I would imagine. That's all to do, of course, with the latest pandemic measures that are breaking out here in London once again, and across the United Kingdom, and then, of course, all around the world. Will we ever be free of this terrible disease? And more importantly, you know, I think people are getting really fed up now. Let me know as ever what you think in the comments below. But as ever, we also have to get back to your breaking royal story of the day. Now, this particular story as ever centres on the bullying claims lobbied against, of course, the former royal and cable TV actress Meghan Markle. You will recall, of course, that the Times newspaper, a very respected broadsheet over here in England, broke that particular story. Now, what's really interesting about that particular story is when it first came out, there were 3 people on record willing, of course, to come forward and talk about the very difficult and harrowing time, allegedly, they had encountered while working for the former actress, one-time royal, and of course His Royal Highness Prince Harry. Now step forward a few months later, and we recently had that BBC documentary, which was something of a damp squib, apart from 1 or 2 gems. Now, in this particular documentary, we saw the Duke and Duchess's lawyer, Jenny from Shillings, basically being interviewed all about the alleged inaccuracies, the cases, etc. Now, the presenter simply asked her this: what's wrong with the accusations against, of course, the Duke and Duchess? And she says, well, the stories are full of inaccuracies. She didn't really elaborate, and nobody really pushed her for that. Now, the reporter that broke that story from the Times newspaper has now tweeted via social media to that lawyer, asking her to detail the inaccuracies in his story. So far, no response. But what's interesting about this is that when you look also at that particular interview, they had to put a strapline under the interview saying that they interviewed this particular lady in May 2021. Now, as we know, lots have developed since the May 21, including, of course, revelations from her former aide, those texts, the letter to the father, all of that sort of stuff. So no doubt Jenny was too busy to reappear on camera to basically clear the air and point out exactly what inaccuracies this reporter allegedly claims there to be. But as ever for Meghan Markle, this just makes their side of the connection with the British royal family even more tawdry. When you think about it, she was advised at the beginning of all this simply not to get involved with the media, and by that I mean don't get legal. It's not worth the effort, and the stories just build and build. However, someone tells me via the BBC that, of course, Meghan was more than happy, alongside His Royal Highness the Duke of Sussex, for their lawyer to appear on that particular documentary. As ever again, we have to say allegedly. Either way, it seems really strange that the lawyer dealing with your case midway wishes to appear on screen to defend you. What truly was all that about? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.